Hi, I'm Melissa, and this is Liza, and we are Indigo, Lotus, Tarot, and Astrology.
You may know us as Two Tarot Chicks on your Twitter feed as well. Well, welcome to our broadcast today. We are going to be talking about the the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius at just over 4 degrees.
Fun stuff. Just a recap of our last video. We actually both went back and looked at it and realized how much it influenced us, not necessarily the video, but what we said, in the fact of how far your life can progress through these eclipses. And both of us definitely felt an impact, and I'm betting you did too, whether it's work or love or money. It makes the world go round, and everybody has to be feeling it. I know I am.
Oh, absolutely. And we're in eclipse season right now, so we are coming up on our third eclipse. We started with the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and that led us into the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. And if you watched that video, you will know and remember that that eclipse had to do with anything with love or values or money and
security.
Security. Security is a big concept. And solar eclipses are generally new beginnings, so good things hopefully starting off for you at that time. And like Melissa said, at that time you have no idea where you're going to be at the end of the eclipse season, and that has truly happened in our lives as well. Lots of good things have started off, and now we're coming up on our last of the 3 eclipses, the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius at just over 4 degrees. So let's talk about what a full moon lunar eclipse means.
Full moon lunar eclipse is when the sun is on the opposite side of the earth than the moon. The sun is going to be in Gemini at just over 4 degrees, while the moon is going to be opposite that 180 degrees in Sagittarius at just over 4 degrees. So the earth will be in the center of that. And what that's going to mean is full moons bring your emotions to a boil. It's scientifically proven that all the fluids in your body are at fuller levels. A lot of women menstruate around that time. It's
crazy stuff. Yeah. Crazy stuff. That's where the freaks and geeks come out and all the werewolves.
And you think you're crazy otherwise, and then when you have a full moon, it's just it exacerbates it. And with this full moon especially, it's going to be square Neptune. And Neptune, as we know, is full of illusion and delusion, but also it's the higher octave of Venus as well. So it's a lot of love, and hopefully it's not deceitful love. I don't think any of you are being deceived, but we all have some part of deception in our lives somewhere. We just don't know it yet, hence the deception.
Right, we all have Neptune in our chart somewhere. And it's hard to know when you're being deluded or what the delusion is about, hence the fact that you're being deluded, so it's a little hard to know. But this full moon is really going to put a spotlight on that. And if you think about the earth being in the middle and what a full moon is, it's the full force of the sun shining on the moon and lighting up everything. And full moon lunar eclipse works that way in your life as well. It's like being in a dark room and turning on a flashlight. Like one area of your life is just going to be absolutely lit up, and that's where it's going to be touching off for you. So wherever Sagittarius is in your chart, that's where this eclipse is really going to target for you. But as a broad spectrum, you're going to notice things happening in your lives and things changing and things coming to an end, because a full moon eclipse generally signifies endings. It's usually a little more difficult than a solar eclipse, which signifies new beginnings, but truthfully, new beginnings can only come from endings as well.
And it could be your job. It could be that you are ending a job. Some people may get fired. Some people may just say, throw in the towel and I'm freaking out of here, that kind of deal. Or it may be the end of you being unemployed. It's an ending. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be the end of not being in a relationship. There are so many possibilities as to what the ending could be. It could be the ending of a battle with your neighbor, depending on where it is in your chart. It could be the end of a financial issue that you've been struggling with. It could finally just be done. There's plenty of avenues of how this full moon can just cut something off. But don't be scared. It'll get better.
So it's definitely going to show the most force for you Sagittarians. Particularly any Sagittarian born on November 27th, because that is where the 4-degree mark of the zodiac is. Yes, that's going to be
It's not me.
No.
Although I do know a couple people.
Yes, it is my kiddo, so it's going to be kind of rough at my house. But a couple days on either side as well, because you have a couple degrees window going both ways. So you're really going to feel the hardest hit if your birthday is in there, simply because that's where your sun is. So you're going to have the full force of the full moon with a lunar eclipse on top of it, on top of your sun. And when your sun is opposite moon, it feels kind of like your own personal full moon to begin with. But take heart, Sagittarians. You are cosmically blessed to have been born under the most magnificent and luckiest sign of the zodiac. When it comes to getting out of a tight jam in the 11th hour, that's your specialty.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. So what else?
Something else that we should talk about is, I think I touched on a little bit, is the full moon is actually square Neptune, and this is for everyone. Neptune is in Pisces right now, and it's going to be square this full moon. Neptune is, like I said, illusion, delusion, and basically if you feel that you are being deceived, and your guts are telling you you're being deceived, and I'm not talking like batshit crazy women out there, not like any of us are, but
no.
I mean, we're
talking about real people.
Yeah,
real
batshit crazy people.
Yeah,
I know we all know one of them.
But it's happening for all of us, unfortunately. All of us are going to be feeling it somewhat somewhere. So now's the time to have all of your cards on the table.
Absolutely.
Really keep your eyes peeled. If you feel something's just not right, dig into it before you commit, before you sign on the dotted line.
That's a big one. I would not get married on that day.
Right.
Or sign
Make sure
any
all
type
offers
of
are
contract.
Genuine.
Yeah. Boy, we have a lot to say about this.
Do.
What not to do. But what you should do is probably take a bubble bath and don't go out and do drugs and stuff like that, because
Yes.
Neptune carries a Neptune is
it makes you want to get away.
Yeah.
Neptune and the moon are the two planets about illusion and delusion. So when they're meeting up in the cosmic sky, it makes all of us just want to retreat, away from reality. And for those of us, for those of us who may have been battling alcoholism or drugs or whatever, it really exacerbates that tendency to want to dip your toes back in. So this is definitely a day to just stay home, read a good love story, watch a movie, just kind of keep away from anything super serious that needs a logical decision.
And that brings me to, if you have any friends who are addicted to any type of drugs or alcohol, you might definitely want to keep an extra eye on them.
Just give a loving call to check in.
Yeah, or ask them if they want to come to dinner. Just keep your eye on them, because it's potent. And it's certainly, we don't send you these messages to scare you. It's just to open your eyes and to help everybody as a universe. That's what we're all here for.
The more you know, the more you grow theory. I mean,
absolutely.
Honestly, I think to myself about how many people don't know about any of this stuff, and they just wonder, oh my God, why did I have such an awful day? And really, the more you know, the more you can prepare, and that's really what it's all about.
And then with this full moon coming out, and we talked about deception and that sort of thing, maybe it's you that knows something that you're like, gosh, when is this going to come out? Is it going to come out? Like Liza said, just keep all your cards on the table, be as honest and upfront as you can be, and do it with love.
Okay, so coming up next, make sure you want to check out our next video. We are going to be talking about the transits that typically make up the midlife crisis. More specifically, we want to touch on Neptune square Neptune, because with Neptune being in the foreground right now lately, that's a great time. And for some of us born in the early 70s, we're having Neptune square Neptune at this exact same time as the lunar eclipse. So
talk about delusion.
Yeah, that's going to be a super hot topic. So make sure you check out our next video where we're going to touch on that, and continue to send us your reader questions. We are going to continue to feature them on our live video blog. We will have a couple of more super fun videos coming up with other reader questions that have been sent in, and we look forward to hearing from yours. You can email us at www.indigolotustarotandastrology.wordpress.com.
Thanks for stopping by.
Have a great day.
I said, Mr.